You ever get that feeling someone's following you even when nothing's there? That slow crawl at the back of your neck like your body knows something you don't? Yeah, that's what this is about. So I live in Hillsboro, Oregon. It's quiet, not the kind of place you expect anything bad to happen. I've been jogging the same trail for almost 4 years now. It's part of my routine. Wake up at 5:15, light stretch, black coffee, and I'm out the door by 6. No music, no distractions. I just like the silence. The trail runs behind a few residential blocks, then cuts through a patch of woods before looping around a little lake. It's not secluded, but it's not public either. Early mornings, it's usually just me and the occasional dog walker. This started mid-March. I remember because it was the first day I didn't need a jacket. I was about 20 minutes into my run when I noticed this guy up ahead. Black hoodie, jeans, and he wasn't running, just walking. On the trail. Alone. Which was fine, I guess. But what stood out was how stiff he looked. Not lost, not tired. Focused. I moved to the other side of the path when I passed him. Gave a quick nod. No response. No glance. Just kept walking. Didn't think much of it until the next day. Same spot, same guy, same hoodie, same walk. Now I'm thinking, maybe he lives nearby. Maybe he's just got a weird stride. I don't know, but something about the repetition, it stuck with me. It became a pattern. He wasn't there every day, but he started showing up more. Never running, never talking, always on the same stretch between mile 1 and mile 2. Sometimes walking ahead of me, sometimes behind. I mentioned it to my coworker Emily, half jokingly. Said something like, either I've got a new jogging buddy or this guy's casing me for a mugging. She laughed, said I should carry pepper spray. I didn't, still don't. Anyway, one morning I left 10 minutes later than usual because I couldn't find my keys. By the time I hit the trail, sun was fully up. I figured I'd probably miss the hoodie guy since our usual timing was off. I was wrong. He was already there, standing off the trail about 20 feet into the trees, just watching. Didn't wave, didn't flinch, just stood there like he wanted me to know he was watching me see him. I didn't stop running, but I looked straight ahead and felt my chest tighten. I finished the loop, ran straight home, locked the door, and sat on the floor like an idiot, heart pounding. Couldn't even explain why. It was just a guy standing there. But it didn't feel like just a guy standing there. I told myself I was overthinking it. But I started jogging in the evenings instead. Different time, different rhythm. That worked until about a week later. I was jogging just before sunset, not many people out. I took a detour through a residential block near the west end of the trail, someplace I don't usually go, just trying to switch things up. And that's when I saw the same hoodie, different setting, same posture, same walk, no eye contact. I took a quick turn onto another street, didn't finish the run, walked the rest of the way, checking over my shoulder every 30 seconds. I didn't sleep well that night. The next morning I told myself I was done being paranoid. I was going to do my normal route. Daylight 6 a.m., just like before. That was the day I heard him, not saw, heard. You know the rhythm of your own footsteps when you run. It's familiar. It's even comforting in a weird way. But that morning I was about 1.5 miles in when I started to hear something off, like someone else's steps, slightly behind, a half beat slower than mine. I slowed down. It slowed too. I stopped. The footsteps stopped. I didn't turn around right away. I don't even know why. I think I was afraid that if I did, it would confirm I wasn't imagining it. Eventually I turned. Nothing. No one behind me. Trail completely empty. Sunlight pouring in. Birds chirping. I laughed out loud. Like actually laughed, probably sounded insane. But then I heard it again, just 2 steps. Crunch, crunch, and then silence. That was enough. I walked home. No running, no headphones, no looking back. I took the next 3 days off, didn't jog, didn't leave early, just stayed in and tried to let it go. Until Friday. I woke up around 4 a.m. to this soft knocking on my front door. Not loud, not aggressive, just persistent. I live alone. No pets. I froze, didn't move, didn't breathe. It went on for maybe 20 seconds. Then silence. I didn't look out the window. I just sat there, phone in hand, thumb hovering over 911. I didn't call. Next morning, I find this on my porch. One of those cheap spiral-bound runner's notebooks, the kind I sometimes use to log times. Only this wasn't mine. Inside, just one page was written on. It said, "Still 2 steps behind." That's when I called the police. They came out, took a look around. Notebook had no fingerprints, no cameras caught anything. They took my statement and left. They asked if I'd had any personal conflicts, mentioned mental illness, said maybe it was a prank. I said no to all of it. That was 2 months ago. I haven't seen the hoodie since. No more knocking, no more footsteps. But here's the part that messes with me. Last week I checked the notebook again. I don't know why. I guess I just wanted to throw it away. Burn it, maybe. There was another line added. Same handwriting, same ink. It said, "Not everything follows you in the dark. Some things wait for the light." I haven't jogged since, and I don't think I ever will again. I don't even like running. I never did. I started because my doctor told me my blood pressure was edging into the danger zone and that, at 37, I was becoming statistically vulnerable. His words, not mine. So I bought some shoes, downloaded a running app, and picked a loop in my neighborhood, just over 3 miles. It's in Westfield, New Jersey. Pretty safe suburb. Sidewalks, families, lots of trees. It's the kind of place where nothing really happens. At least that's what I thought. I started going around 5:45 in the morning before work. It's quiet then, barely any cars. The air's still got that cold bite that wakes you up better than coffee ever could. You can hear your own breathing, the rhythm of your feet. Some people find it peaceful, but there's a line between peaceful and isolated. And I think I crossed it the morning I saw that guy. It was a Thursday. I was 2 weeks into my new routine. I left my place like usual. Black hoodie, earbuds in, tracking app running. About a mile in, I turned down Jefferson Avenue, which cuts through a short wooded area before connecting to Oak Street. That's where I saw him. He was on the sidewalk about 30 feet ahead. Tall, maybe 6'1", black windbreaker, gray sweatpants, standing perfectly still, like he'd been waiting for someone. For me? I slowed, instinctively pulling one earbud out. He didn't move. I thought, okay, maybe he's stretching or waiting for a dog or just zoning out. But something about how still he was. It just didn't sit right. So I crossed the street, and as I did, he did too. Same pace. Not fast, not aggressive, just directly. We passed each other in opposite directions. No eye contact, no acknowledgement, but I could feel him watching me, like he was timing something. I don't know how else to explain it, but my skin went cold. That run didn't feel the same after that. Next morning, I changed the route, just in case. Took a turn earlier, went through some different streets, cut through the back of a middle school. Safer, I thought. Smarter. But right around the halfway mark, there he was again. Same windbreaker, same dead stare. This time he was behind a chain-link fence near the school's field, just standing there with his hands in his pockets. Didn't move. Didn't speak. Just watched. I didn't stop. I didn't say anything. I just kept going, kept my head down and tried to convince myself it was a coincidence. 2 sightings could be nothing, right? It's a public space. But the third time? No, that was different. It was Saturday morning. I decided to run a bit later, 7:15. I figured if this guy was some early morning walker or whatever, maybe I'd just avoid him with a different time. Plus, there'd be more people around. I was wrong. This time he wasn't standing around, he was jogging, right behind me. I didn't hear him at first, but I felt it, that weird shift in energy behind you when someone's just a little too close. I looked back. He was maybe 10 paces behind, matching my pace exactly. Eyes locked forward, not checking his watch, not sweating, no earbuds. I slowed. He slowed. I stopped. He stopped. I turned fully to face him, heart in my throat. I said, loud enough to break the morning silence, "Can I help you?" Nothing. Not a word. He just stared. Then he smiled, not wide, just enough to twist something in my gut. I walked toward him, half a step. He stepped back, like he was waiting to see what I'd do next. I left. Fast walked the rest of the way home, didn't look back. Slammed the door, locked it, and finally let my hands shake. I didn't run the next day, or the day after that. That Tuesday, I filed a non-emergency police report. Told them a guy kept showing up on my running route, copying my pace and acting weird. They were polite, said they'd increase patrol presence in the area. But I could tell, I sounded paranoid. Maybe I was. But something about this guy felt deliberate. I didn't run for the rest of the week. Started sleeping worse, checking the door twice before bed, peeking through the blinds. It felt ridiculous. Until Friday morning. I woke up around 6:10, checked my phone, half asleep, and saw a notification from my running app. New personal best, 3.2 miles. I stared at it for a long time, because I hadn't run that day. I opened the app, pulled up the GPS map. It was my regular route, logged at 5:46 a.m., same streets, same turns, same duration. Only I wasn't the one who ran it. I swear to God, I sat on the floor for 10 full minutes, heart racing, trying to make sense of it. Had I gone sleepwalking? Had I been hacked? But how would someone spoof my phone's GPS in real time? That was the moment I knew this wasn't in my head. I deleted the app, changed the locks that afternoon, Put cameras outside my front door. Bought pepper spray. I haven't run outside since. Last week, this is the last thing I'll say. I got an envelope in the mail. No return address. Just my name in neat black ink. Inside, one photo. A printout of my own GPS running route from that Friday. And in the bottom corner, handwritten in blue ink, "Missed you out there."